Greetings, this is Elder Blacklight. Welcome to part 2 of Blacklight Soul's expression. I'm expressing myself to the planet, and I'm doing this for several reasons, but for the generations to come, the now generations, and those elders who don't quite get it, or what time it is. I'm out of Detroit, in Michigan, in the lakes, in the woods, or by the lakes in the woods. I'll explain to you what that means later on, but I'm mainly talking to Detroit. I was watching a documentary movie with Chuck D being a commentary on there, talking about the untold story of hip hop in Detroit, or Detroit's untold story of hip hop, something like that. And I was moved by it because they went all the way back to Berry Gordy, and then they came up to Eminem, Proof, and some more artists that were the major scene in Detroit around the time of the emergence of hip hop. I didn't know because I grew up in another era, R&B, jazz. Even though the last poets were not considered hip hop, but they were rappers. But they really were poets. And the language changed over the years, and I didn't know that Kid Rock, because I was a little ahead of the hip hop scene. And see, I'm gonna tell y'all young brothers, because they were talking about hip hop wasn't the brothers here aren't together, aren't in unity with hip hop. And like New York and Chi-Town and LA and Atlanta. Let me tell y'all brothers this, man. See, Berry Gordy was listening to the teachings of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. See, that's one thing y'all don't do. And I know why young people don't pay attention to those type teachings. Because the main thing that Elijah was trying to push was righteousness. And he tried to show you how your culture, your original culture, was swallowed up by the Caucasians' culture. See, when you talk about music, you're talking about a mental art form. A mental expression. You're, you, you know, you're talking about a person's frame of mind, but you're articulating it with a certain rhythm and a certain rhyme that a lot of people can't do. No matter if you're rapping it, singing it, this is something that the black man is gifted with. Rhythm. It goes way back, man. So y'all, I heard one brother say somebody need to invest in with some money, and but keep it in Detroit. I heard another brother say that Berry Gordy, he don't know, but he believe the gangsters uh, made Berry Gordy move. I got sources, you know, that told me the same thing, that was close to Berry Gordy. I'm not gonna mention their name right now, but this brother, I was studying up under, and I didn't know he was that heavy myself until I met him personally, got to talking to him. He wrote a lot of songs and produced a lot of songs. And he told me the inside story about Berry Gordy, about when the gangsters came in on him and made him move. The gangsters, when you watch The Godfather, it was the Jews and the Italians that ran, well, the Jews were running the motion picture business out in L.A. The movie The Godfather said that they were talking about Frank Sinatra. They were giving him a hard time out in California, so they moved in on the movie business. You know, and that's when you understood that it was Jewish gangsters and Italian gangsters. I say the so-called Jewish gangsters and the Italian gangsters. They're cousins, though, in real life. Goes back to the Greeks and the Romans. It says that in the Bible. And they took over the entertainment business. They control the airwaves of communication on all levels. It goes all the way to the Zionists, and they infiltrate their way into every business. Henry Ford got a book out, and he's talking about how the Jews or and the Zionists, he talk about their code of conduct and how they work. I'm gonna show you something. I'm working on another statue of the spirit of Detroit. I'm trying to make it so a black man, he don't look so black though, but look more like an Indian or something. But we gonna get it together. Next time you see it, it might be some adjustments made. It's 84 or 85% black here in Detroit. Spirit of Detroit now should be a black man instead of a white man. Matter of fact, we should change the city of Detroit. Change the name of the city of Detroit to try to give it a African name. I want to say this, even though we didn't use that word Islam, we may have used another word, but it's a culture, not a religion. The Masons took a lot of knowledge from what we call now Muslims and Islam and incorporated it in to the United States Constitution. But they worded it different. But they weren't true to the cause. They just used it, but it didn't stay like it should have in the hearts and minds of the people, because at the time they did it, they were moving the Indians and slaughtering the Indians and enslaving the black man. So we're going to get further into this, brothers, on the next video. This is Black Light. Stay in touch.